Welcome to our beautiful show, the Yaba TV Show. My name is Siasia, your host. This show will take you to Africa and back from the comfort of your living room. So, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, everyone you know about our beautiful show as we bring you exclusive information about Africa, African Americans, the Caribbeans, and so much more. So you're in for a treat. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome to Yaba TV Show. My name is Siasia, your host. Today we have something really exciting for you. My guest, she's only 19 years old and she's already made a difference in the community. She has 2 businesses. Her name is Shanaya Daughtrey. We will have a chance to talk with her in just a moment, but first I just want you to relax, get a glass of water. If you drink champagne, go for it. If not, a glass of orange juice. Just relax, because this show will educate you, inform you, and inspire you. So we really have a lot to share with you today. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back to our lovely show, the Yaba TV Show. My name is Siasia, your host. So now, this is the moment you've been waiting for. I did say a lady that is only 19 years old. She has a lot to share with you. Her name is Shanaya Daughtrey, and she's now with me in the studio. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I really do appreciate it.
No problem. Now, let's talk about you before we go into the topic today, how to write a book and how to start your own podcast. This is the lady that you want to listen to. Let's talk about you first. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a sophomore at the University of Alabama, majoring in political science with a minor in journalism. And my work in, activism and political engagement and civic engagement, I've always had an interest in it. I've always loved the law since I was a little girl. Mm-hmm. But what really catalyzed that was the March for Our Lives rally and the student survivors from the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida, and what they were able to do with their voices amidst criticism from journalists, even our own president, the NRA, when they said it wasn't the time to talk about gun violence or stricter gun control legislation. So what they were able to do with the power of their voice, what they were able to spark, they were able to spark national school walkouts, which I was, able to participate in. And so being a part of something or wanting to be a part of something bigger than myself, that's what ultimately inspired me to put pen to paper. And from there, that's all she wrote. It's just been a beautiful journey.
Amazing.
to be a part of just a coalition of voices. I'm a proud Gen Zer, and so to share that experience with others, with people who look like me, with people who don't look like me, and so it's a diverse coalition of voices, and it's an honor to be a part of something bigger than myself.
It's really amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, for your age, most girls your age, they're busy with lifestyle, fashion trend, and what's happening in their immediate environment. Yeah. But most of them don't go to the extent of doing what you are doing. What inspired you to get started in all of this?
Like I said, just the injustices, the egregious and injurious, injustices that, our people who look like myself getting shot down in the street, protesters getting gassed, paraded with rubber bullets, especially this what we seen or witnessed during the George Floyd protest during the summer, that contributed to it. But like I said, when I was able to see people who were my age, mm-hmm. spark the March for Our Lives rally and spark national walkouts across the country, it gained not only national attention, but it woke us up. It woke the world. It woke the world up, and it woke me up, saying, I could really do that too. I could be a voice in the movement. I could start my own movement if I want to. But it's not just about a single person doing the work. It's about inviting people with you to rally together to inculcate necessary change and engage in the necessary and good trouble that's oftentimes necessary to inculcate change. So that's what ultimately inspired me. It was the student activism. Students who looked like me, who were the same age as me, mm-hmm. not afraid to speak out, who were courageous in the face of adversity. And so that really sparked my interest, mm-hmm. my passion, and ultimately my love for just coalition building, community organizing. Even though we're in a pandemic, there's still so much we can do through Zoom. We can reach voices across the country. I'm in
Absolutely.
California talking to somebody in New York City. It's amazing what we have.
Or now
in
they
our
can
hands.
watch us on YouTube.
Or you can watch us on YouTube. So it's
Worldwide
really amazing.
too.
It's really amazing.
Yes.
And so it's an honor. It's really an honor
Yes.
to be able to do something that I know hopefully can really just contribute to the uphill progression of our democracy.
Okay, so let's talk about writing a book. Some people that they have a lot of stories or ideas, but they have not taken the moment or time to write a book.
Right.
But you have already written a book.
Right.
What is the name of your book?
Generation Z, The Sleeping Giant Awakens, We Have the Power. It's available on Amazon. It's available on Barnes & Noble. But it didn't start, it started actually on my phone. I remember during my junior year of high school where my mom called me and said, have you started writing your book yet? And this was after, like I said, the protests, the March for Our Lives movement in Washington, D.C. And, you know, she had mentioned it, saying, you know what, you should write a book. And I was like, you know what, you're right. And, you know, being a student, I kind of brushed it off. Or being a teenager, I brushed it off, saying, okay, write a book. But she mentioned it again, and I, you know, just went for it. I had my phone. I started doing research. I started watching documentaries, and it all started with my note app in my phone. I just started writing. I started doing research. I started watching documentaries, and through that process, it was an arduous process. It was something that takes time and dedication, and you have to be persistent, but you have to also be consistent. I wrote something every day, even though, you know, it was summer vacation. I knew that I was creating something that was going to last and transcend time. Summer, you're always going to get another summer vacation. You're always going to have time to rest and be with your friends, hopefully. That's why we pray. But, you know, you have to take advantage of the now. And during that moment, I knew that writing my book and just taking time to do that while I had the time to do it, it was so important, and it just opened so many doors for me. Like, I'm sitting here with you right now on this platform because of what I did 2.5 years ago. And so that's what I'm talking about, when work can transcend time.
Part of it is persistency,
Yes.
consistency,
Yes.
and the courage to want to pursue excellence.
Yes.
Tell me if I'm wrong.
You're not wrong. I know you're absolutely right. And like I said before, it's really about consistency. Consistency is at the root of progress. If you are consistent, you will see progress. And at the end of the day, it took me 10 months to ultimately produce a 132-page book.
Wow, 132.
Yes, 132 pages.
Congratulations.
Oh no, thank you. It's like I said, it's an honor.
Woo.
It's really an honor.
You did it.
So if I can do
And the
it,
beauty of this all, she's only 19.
yes.
Wow. So what message do you have for people who want to start their own podcast or want to write their own book? What message do you have for them?
Just start. One of the most common, not mistakes, but pitfalls that really get people stuck is not starting at all. And so what I have to say is start writing today. As far as podcasting, there's multiple platforms. You have Anchor, you have Buzzsprout. You can do your own individual research. I started with Anchor and I transitioned over to Buzzsprout once I started doing my own individual research. Once I hopped on Clubhouse and I heard, you know, different information. And once you do research, once you have you ask people, you reach out for information. You just find out what fits you. And so as far as starting a podcast, do your research. What topic do you want to talk about? You have to think about longevity. You know, what type of guest do you want to have in your show that really embody the type of message?
Really interesting.
Exactly. Not only interest, but something that, you know, you can have multiple people on, speak about, and something that's a part of the time. You know, Tales of Two Americas, my podcast, which is available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, I talk about, you know, current issues that we see. I talked about the insurrection. I have an episode coming talking about Asian discrimination that's going on in our country that we've been seeing. And there's just a multitude of things that you can talk about depending on your topic and what you choose to focus on. So my advice to somebody who wants to start a podcast or a book is, first and foremost, get started. Just start today. Don't wait. Procrastination is really the abyss that swallows us whole.
And even if you just have to get a diary and write bits and pieces every day,
Yes.
what comes to mind, write it down.
Yes.
And then tomorrow something else.
Yes.
You'll be surprised at the end of the month how much you've accumulated and actually written down
Most definitely.
on a piece of paper
Most
that can transcend into being a book.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
No, yeah. Look, when I started writing literally in my phone, and then I transitioned over to a computer, I had about 50 pages from, that transferred from my phone to my computer. And then I was like, Mom, I'm done. She said 50 pages is not. She said, Shanaya, no, we need to go back, because 50 pages is not enough. And then ultimately we ended with 132 pages. But that was all in my phone because I started writing. It was never a pressure because, I enjoyed doing it. I love history. I loved watching documentaries because I had, before, the matriculation into college and university life, I had, the time to do it, to sit down and watch documentaries for hours, do research on people like Winston Churchill, Winnie Mandela, who deserves more recognition than she was giving during her time in the movement and participation in the part-time.
She was a very powerful woman.
Oh, absolutely.
I met her in Soweto when I went to South Africa.
Oh.
During my earlier years of my television show, I traveled to South Africa, to Ghana, to Sierra Leone, to Nigeria, different countries.
Right.
And she was in Soweto, a little village. But I tell you, not village, Soweto is a town, it's a big city. And one of the things that I enjoyed about her house is built like a bank. When you walk in, you gotta wait until the light turns green before you move forward.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
I mean, it's justified for what she had to, the degradation that she had to endure, how she was ostracized, all for the people. Ultimately, it was all for the people. And I believe it was Fred Hampton. I don't want to misquote it. I live for the people because I love the people. And so it's people like that, it's historic figures like that who don't get the recognition in our history books, in our classrooms. That's why it's important that we do our own individual research. And writing my book really opened my eyes and made me aware of education is the key. If you know where you come from, then you can pull from your own unique and exotic history,
And then you will know exactly where you're going.
Exactly.
You got to know your history.
Yes.
It makes a difference.
Yeah.
Well, you've been an inspiration to a lot of our audience that are watching this show today on YouTube worldwide. Is there anything else that you'd like for them to know about you, Shanaya, before we go?
Well, not about me, just as a generality, as a whole. Do what you love. If you have a passion for something, if you have a desire to accomplish something, do it. If I remember a saying, if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. So it's important.
African proverb.
If you want to get things done, it's important that you include people who align with the same vision that you have. And one of the things that I can say that really helped me was not being afraid to use my voice, asking questions. It's important to ask questions, because if you don't ask questions, then you never have the answers that you want to get to the next level or get to where you want to go. So be passionate about what you're doing. Be consistent and persistent, and ultimately just believe and hope and pray to God that you're doing what you need to do. And if you ever feel like you're down, just remember who you're doing it for or why you're doing it.
And always make sure you are surrounded by people that believe in your vision.
Yeah.
Because people are influenced by their environment.
Yeah.
If you have the wrong crowd of people around you, your vision is probably going to die down somehow. But it looks like you know what you're doing. Your friends, your mother is your biggest push, I should say.
She is. She's my number one fan, and she's also my biggest critic. And that's why I can sit here with you and have conversations like I'm having, is because she's always in my corner, no matter what, supporting me. And I feel like we all need somebody like that in our corner, whether that's your mom, sister, brother, cousin, doesn't matter. If you have somebody in your corner pushing for you, then the naysayers, they don't really matter, because they're the minority against my majority. So that's how I think about it.
Wow. Well, it's been a pleasure to have you on our show.
It's been an honor.
We enjoy having you. And we hope you come back again in the near future.
I hope you have me.
And share with our viewers
awesome
all the good things that you're doing in your life and how you've been progressive. We do thank you so much for taking the time to share with us on our show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Good luck to everything that you do.
Thank you. You can contact me by emailing me at info@GenZWeHaveThePower.com. You can also get in contact with me through my Instagram at GenZWeHaveThePower. I'm also available on Twitter. My Twitter name is Naya Latrice, NYAALATRICE. Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time to watch our special interview with Shanaya Daughtrey. If you enjoyed the interview, or if you have a comment, or you'd like to reach us for any reason, you may contact us at 562-833-8294. Again, 562-833-8294. Or you may just simply send us an email at info@yabamedia.com. info@yabamedia.com. Tell your friends about our videos, our special shows, and keep enjoying the videos as we bring them to you every week. Thank you.
Do you own a business? Find out in 30 seconds if you have a tax credit up to $14,000. Go to www.gmg.me/267485. That's gmg.me/267485, or call Denise Boroff of Nisi Business Solutions at 424-217-9649. That's 424-217-9649.
Many working Americans don't have legal protection, but with Legal Shield, you can access quality attorneys for a low monthly fee. Expected and unexpected legal issues arise every day. Get protected. Get Legal Shield. Get a peace of mind. Call Georgia Cannon Eileen, a Legal Shield independent associate, at 323-804-1105. That's 323-804-1105. Or visit gcauleen.wearelegalshield.com. Lifetime Exterminators and Construction is your one-stop shop, licensed in all 3 branches: termites, fumigation, and pest control. We are insured and bonded, FHA and VA approved. Low prices with 42 years of experience. We get it done right the first time, and payment plans are available. Call William Jackson at 323-445-5358. That's 323-445-5358.
Thank you so much for watching our video and watching our YouTube channel, the Yaba TV Show. We are on 24/7 on YouTube channel, Yaba Media. So tell your friends, tell your families, tell everybody you know. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. That's the way we can grow, so we can bring you interesting shows about Africa. Till then, we will see you on the next video on the Yaba TV Show, your contemporary bridge to the motherland, Africa.